Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or morning, because I just woke up recently. Today I want to talk to you about a game called Ghostrunner, which is a sort of new game that has been recently released by a Polish development studio called One More Level. It is a sort of cyberpunk dystopian game with elements of parkour, running, and being a samurai, because it's fucking cool, alright? And so, start off, the story. The story of the game is that you are having a little bit of a rough night. You wake up, one of your arms is sort of a prosthetic, and you find yourself hunting after the people who are trying to shoot you effectively. It's a little bit of a slow start, I would say, even though it is intriguing. However, throughout the story, you will find out the reasons why everything is happening, what's happening, and I think the story has been utilized in a clever way to where this sort of low resources of a small studio have been used well to paint you a picture without actually putting in the effort, which is something that is crucial for a small developer. But anyway, the gameplay is very good. You wake up and you start off with having to sort of run and slide while slicing your enemies. You can run on walls and jump off them. I think slowly you realize new things that you can do, like for example you can reflect bullets. As well as additionally the game presents you with new challenges along the way. You start off with having to fight regular enemies. However, as you progress, there are sort of like these shield generators that make you have to work around them as opposed to just your normal combatants, which means that you're often spending time in the air or on the ground trying to evade bullets just to get to the generators instead, which is a sort of like puzzle that you have to solve, which is very nice. This is sort of providing you the further variety down the line as the game introduces sort of other enemies that you have to play around with. Yeah, and this is very good. This is sort of like the fast-paced adrenaline game I think that many have been waiting for. In terms of the gameplay variety, you start off, you have one main weapon, like a sword, katana, and then as you progress the game you get access to sort of like Ghostrunner abilities, which includes dashing through a number of people, killing them, or telling them to talk to the hand as you push them away. There are other ones, but I don't really want to give them away. These are creative, these allow you to spice up your gameplay and are a nice addition. There's an upgrade system within the game as well, where you sort of play a Tetris game, almost, where as you go through the game you unlock new upgrades, which take hold as basically Tetris cubes, and you have a field of blocks that you unlock. And so you are able to place those upgrades within the fields to sort of fill them up, giving you sort of new thing in the game. It can either vary from passive things, like you being able to see items through walls, to you being able to use your like ability twice in a row, which is very nice. If you don't really care about that, then you're in luck, because each one of these cubes grants you like a passive charge up on your ability. So for example, if you don't use any upgrades for your ability, then you will still have a higher recharge rate, which is, I think, is a very nice idea, because it creates a win-win scenario for the player, effectively meaning that no matter what, you will still enjoy the game. As you clear your waves or like your rooms of enemies, there are a few boss fights within this game. However, I think that they're more of a little bit of an afterthought. Just generally because with the type of game that it is, it's hard to imagine how you would do a boss fight. But what I'm saying is that effectively the game is the levels that you go through. It is about the journey, not necessarily about the destination or the boss fights that you get, which are still pretty decent. And then I guess now I can just say that one of the bigger negatives, or I guess lukewarm things about the game, is that it lasted around 5 hours for me, and I think most people will get around the same mark, which is not the highest playtime. However, I understand that nowadays a lot of games sort of follow this route. this game can be okay. I think this game can be okay for a lot of people just because not many are looking for an investment of 50 hours to experience the story to the full, and this game does the job. It makes you feel a unique experience that I think not many games can provide, and I think many people would generally be okay with it. However, the asterisks come in when you look at the price of the game, which was in the UK around £25, and this becomes an issue when you compare it to other games. This might not be a good argument, but looking at, for example, RimWorld or Hades, where I was able to get a much higher playtime from those games, and while I understand that it's not the same, it feels to me something that Ghostrunner is missing out on is, for example, the ability for community to make maps, to create your own things. I think that would definitely raise the standard for the game and create a sort of like community around it. Keeping in mind that this is the One More Level's first game, I think that it's been a very impressive attempt. It makes you... The point that I'm making is that it is a great game, however it is not the proudest £25 I've spent on a game. And so I understand that some people will be okay with it, but some people are not sort of looking to invest that into a game that it will only last them 5 hours, I think. No matter how good it is. Okay, and so my final rating basically is it's a steamy banger out of 10. However, if you are considering buying it, I would probably wait for sales. I do love what One More Level has done here, the studio, and I am looking forward to see what they can come up next, because I think this was a really great attempt at creating a sort of holistic experience. They sat down, they knew what they wanted to do, they knew how to make it fun, they knew how to sort of diversify the things, and even though it wasn't that long of an experience, I think that there will still be a following for the game. But hey, anyway, thank you for listening to this. I hope you liked it. I know that it's a little bit of a hot mess, but I'm working on it, you know? Let me know what you think of it though, and I'll try to sort of change it up next time, hopefully. Alright, have a good day. Bye.